Hello, I'm Sean Biggerstaff. I'm a Scottish actor, and I'm in France because most people know me as Oliver Wood.
How did you prepare for the role of Oliver Wood?
I hadn't read the books before I found out about the films, but I when I was asked to audition, I read the first two books on the way to the audition. And then the third book, I think I had two auditions and I read the third book in between them. And then the fourth one came out the week that I got the job. I originally auditioned to play a different character. I was auditioning to play Percy Weasley. The idea of playing Oliver Wood was kind of just sprung on me in the audition. The casting director suddenly thought that I was up for the wrong part. And she said, "Oh, no, you're much more of an Oliver Wood." And so when I read for Wood, I hadn't seen the scenes before. I was just given them, and I just read them, and they liked what. So like they liked the very just straightforward approach that I just naturally took. So when I went to play the character, I didn't try and second guess it too much or do too much like character development, because I was like, well, they like when I just followed my instincts and did it in a very simple, straightforward way. They liked that. That's what they wanted. So I just sort of did it, really.
What was it like to shoot the Quidditch scene?
Very boring and very technical, because it's all, working long days in front of a green screen to make 7 seconds of film sometimes on a day. You'll be as an actor, you'll be there and you'll be in costume at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll wait for 5 hours while they set up a shot because the process is so technical. So it was technically fascinating, but quite demanding to kind of really to sort of sell what you're doing, because what you're actually doing is so removed from what you're trying to portray that it can be quite tricky, and it demands a lot of attention and also just a lot of time just waiting around. Not bad, Potter.
If you had to remember just one moment from those Harry Potter years, what would it be?
I find that really hard, because when I think back to those times, I don't really tend to focus on individual events or individual moments. It's more just spending time in that world. It's this sort of amazing universe that now 3 generations of people all dreamed of getting to go to Hogwarts and live in that world, and we got to do it. I spent weeks hanging out in the Great Hall and got to visit the Chamber of Secrets and Dumbledore's office and all these things, and just spending time in that environment and slowly realizing as we did how special it was and how much the wider world cared about it was a great privilege.
And Oliver Wood is a Gryffindor, but if you go to Hogwarts, which house would you be?
Gryffindor. Yeah. Gryffindor.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really know. Like, Slytherins are awful, and the other two, I don't really know what they are.
Have you kept anything or props from the set of Harry Potter?
No. They were and if I had, I wouldn't admit to it, because they were so for good reasons. The production was very, very strict on that, I think, because they understood that the temptation for people to pinch things would have been very great, because it was so in demand. But if you were doing a scene where you needed a prop like a wand or something, and you left the set to go to the bathroom, someone from the art department would take the prop from you and keep it until you got back, and then give it back to you, kind of thing. It was very. I know that some of the kind of main characters who were in all of the films, like Daniel, got to keep a number of things, and I know that Alan Rickman, the Snape rogue, he stole a lot of things because he knew he was too big to sack. But basically it was very, very hard to get anything off that set.